This is a short video on how to get your Seestar S50 streaming directly to YouTube with or without the use of a PC. It is not a complicated process, but does require a few specific steps and items to get everything hooked up and correctly working. Just a side note, as of the date of making this video, December 2025, Seestar can only stream scenery and solar system video content. Seestar can also only stream using RTSP, and therefore requires an intermediary software application to transcode this to the required YouTube format, RTMP. This can be done using your PC or phone with software like OBS Studio. If you do not want to have your PC running all night during your stream, third-party online services also provide this function. This video will illustrate the latter. These are the accounts you'll need to get started. Admin access to your home router, Google and YouTube channel. This normally takes 24 hours to be approved for live streaming. DynDNS service provider, a restreamer service such as IPCam Live, and of course a Seestar account and application. Notes for this setup will be below in the comments. In order to get started, you will need to prepare the Seestar via the phone application. Get the RTSP URL address from the Seestar app. Open the app under Me, Advanced Feature. Look for Telephoto RTSP address. Click on the red Get. This should show you an RTSP stream of your IP address of your Seestar on your LAN, and it should show the port /stream. This does not appear to be editable for some reason, so you are stuck with this port. We'll show you later in this video how to configure the various systems to allow for this port. You'll then also need to enable station mode. This is under Me, Wi-Fi, station mode, and select Enabled. Ensure you are connected to your local Wi-Fi. Check for available networks, select the network, and enter the password. Make sure you're on the same Wi-Fi as your PC. I am not going to take you through the process of setting up a YouTube channel. This is fairly simple and can just simply Google it, and it should easily be able to work through those steps. Just note that it does take 24 hours for live streaming to become active for some reason, probably just to test for dodgy people. And then once you have set up your channel, you'll easily be able to get your stream key and your stream URL from the actual channel itself. The streaming video you see in here is of Table Mountain in Cape Town, South Africa. That little blob on the right is the cable car station, and then behind that you see some, looks like mountain, but it's actually clouds. This is from my studio, which is about 20 to 30 kilometers from the actual mountain. So it's not bad in scenery mode. Okay, so now we are going to want to log into your home router. This is where things may vary slightly to your home setup, but generally the features on most routers are the same. So first off, go to the bottom right of your taskbar. Look for the network icon or Wi-Fi icon. Right click. See network and internet settings. Left click. Okay, now we're going to want to look for the Ethernet settings or Wi-Fi settings, depending on how you are connected. Within this, you're going to want to look for IPv4 or v6 default gateway. This can be seen here. Mine is 192.168.31.1. Sometimes there are 192.168.0.1 or 1.1, or they can even be 10.0.0.1. So copy and paste that into your address bar on a browser, and you should get the login screen for your router. Type in your username and password and log in. We are now going to look for the Advanced Settings tab or button within your router. This is, here you can see it's quite simple in this Xiaomi Mi Wi-Fi setup. So I select Advanced, and the two options I'm going to be needing to configure straight off are right up front: DynDNS and port forwarding. Once logged into your router, you'll want to find out the IP address of your Seestar. This can be found in the Seestar settings, or you can find it here in your device list on your router of connected devices. And if I scroll down here, see my Seestar is connected on 192.168.31.95. You need this address for your port forwarding. Go back to advanced, look for your port forwarding, and add a new rule under port forwarding. You can see mine is already set up here. I'll just take you through the steps. You can call it whatever you want. You would want TCP and UDP protocol just to be safe. External port. Now this will be the port from which you're coming into your network from whichever application you're using. I've kept it the same as the internal port, so it is 4554. This seems to be the fixed on the Seestar RTSP stream and cannot be changed. The internal IP address, which I saw earlier for my Seestar, was 95, and the internal port is 4554. You can obviously make the external port anything you want, but this will possibly impact routing on your network, and then you simply add the rule. Rule is now there. Seestar TCP UDP 4554 192.168.31.95, and on internal port 4554. Next, we'll want to do the DynDNS setup. But before we can do this, we're going to need a provider that will provide this service for us, that will route our external IP to the big bad world of the internet. So I use a service provider called noip.com. They are one of the better ones. Some of them are a bit dodgy, but what you'll need to do is create an account here. I always use Google sign in because it makes things a lot easier. And then you'll need to look for dynamic DNS and remote access. We'll go in there, you'll go into your DNS records, and you'll want to add a record. Well, I can't demonstrate adding one as I already added one, but I will edit the one there so you can see what the settings are about. So you'll need to type a record, your host name. This will be whatever you want to call your camera. Obviously it just needs to be unique. And then the domain you want to assign it to. They have multiple domains you can use. I use DynDNS.net. It doesn't really matter, but this host name will need to be unique within that. So you might need a pretty funky host name. And then it will find out what your IP address is of your router. Tick off enable dynamic DNS and copy your camera client username and password, which it will give to you. You can then take this and go back to your router. Go to advanced, go to DynDNS, and then add this as a service in your DynDNS. There you'll see is the username and the password, which I got from noip.com, the host name of my camera, which is the host plus the domain, and then how often I wanted to check in. This check-in will be determined if your ISP provides you with different IP addresses on a regular basis, or when you restart your router, so that it'll just check in and assign the latest IP address to this host name. Okay, and once it's set up, you will then have internet connectivity to your router via DNS and port forwarding. An easy way to check whether your DNS and port forwarding is working, to open up your RTSP stream from your Seestar. Make sure your Seestar is on in scenery mode and in video. You can then open any VLC type media player. Go to media, open network stream, copy and paste the URL of your camera as per the DNS you set up and the port, and go play. If everything is set up now, you should shortly connect to your Seestar and get images streaming directly from the telescope. And there you'll see it is connected. Mine's just pointing to a random wall right now, but yeah, there's the live images from the camera. Okay, so the next piece of the puzzle, we want to convert our RTSP stream coming out of the Seestar into RTMP, which is compatible with YouTube. To do this, you can do it via software on your PC. Some people use OBS Studio, but it's not ideal to have your PC running all night while you're streaming. So for that, you can use a third-party provider. Many of these can be found on the internet. The one I'm going to be using is ipcamlive.com. Very simple interface. Create an account. It's free. You then go to cameras and you add a new camera. You can see I've already added my Seestar here. I will just show you the settings. So very basic. The camera is enabled. Enable continuous streaming. You can have a logo if you want, not required. But then the important part is stream sharing. You'll want to share your stream to YouTube. So the stream URL and stream ID are the things you get from your YouTube channel. I'll show you where to get those shortly. Very important that those are correct, and then you simply update. And once you have done that, you'll see the camera appear here. There you can see the RTSP stream with the DynDNS that we added on that port, and we'll see it is online. So to test that, you can just go live, and there you'll see the camera online. As I said, it's just pointing at the wall right now, so nothing much there. Okay, as part of your final step, you will want to go to your YouTube channel and get the stream going. So go to your channel dashboard on the top right, go to Create, go live, and here you will see your stream URL, which you will be pasting into ipcamlive as just shown you. And then your stream key can be found over here. You can just copy it straight out there. Your stream should come up here if it is connected correctly via all the previous steps. As you can see, there our video is now live streaming. The connection has streamed and showing a very close-up picture of my neighbor's palm tree. We can now go to the channel content, go to your channel, look for your live feeds, and there will be the actual live feed on YouTube. Hope you're going to like this, and please let me know if it was helpful, and if you have any good ideas on how to use this streaming facility live on YouTube. Maybe we can collaborate and make some good videos on perhaps some of the planetary videos, or perhaps inspire Seestar to make this feature easier to use. Thank you for watching, and please give it a like if it was useful. Thank you.